The University of Nebraska Lincoln is working to support small business owners. Their eCommunities program connects trained coaches with local businesses to build rural entrepreneurship capacity. And Shawn Kaskie with Rural Prosperity Nebraska joins us now for a closer look. Shawn, good to have you with us today. Let's start with the big picture here. What exactly is the eCommunities program?
Yes, thanks for having me today. The eCommunities program, which is short for Building Local Entrepreneurship Capacity, which isn't very much fun to say, so we shorten that for eCommunities. It's a program designed after the pandemic had a really bad impact on our small town, rural, and retail and service businesses. So in response, we had a two-step program. One is we've hired and trained local business coaches. We call them e-coaches for short, and they're placed in 6 rural counties across Nebraska, and they work directly with a local team of mentors to set up and support businesses that are kind of struggling or need help with strengthening their operations or need help with the startup process. And so we have a system of support through direct client consultation with our coaches. And then we have a local committee that sets up and mentors. So even after the coaches are done or there's a change in like the chamber economic development director, they have somewhere to go to for years to come.
You know, you mentioned the fact that a lot of these communities suffered after COVID. So let's talk about why it was so important to start this program in the rural areas for these rural businesses.
It was very important. They didn't know how to find, as many of our small towns, there was a workforce issue, how to find employees or how to transition. Maybe it was about the times where we had a lot of retirements during COVID. And so our coaches work directly with that business, that family, or that startup, where they're at in their family situation to help them get through and navigate the changes. And there was some funding that came through, and one of the sponsors that is helping pay for our coaches is the U.S. Economic Development Administration, and now currently the U.S. Rural Department of USDA through their rural government, and they're paying our coaches while we transition into a system where the local economic development directors will pay for a number of coaches. Those coaches work directly with referrals from the local chamber and economic development office and help navigate those changes, whether it be for finding new employees to increase their efficiency or to work through that startup process. It's been a very effective program for us.
So what has been the impact so far? What have you seen?
We've had 5 coaches over the 3 years, thanks to support again from the USEDA and USDA. And we've impacted over 230 Nebraska small businesses. Those 230 businesses have added or saved 130 jobs in rural areas, and they've leveraged $13 million of their private revenue to increase their profits by about $13 million as well. So it's done very well.
That is quite an impact. That's community development educator with Rural Prosperity Nebraska, Shawn Kaskie. Thank you so much for your time today.